Hello, welcome to the Curiosity Club. The world's largest aerospace and aviation manufacturer, Boeing, has been going through a tough period recently. To be more accurate, describing it as a challenging time might not be sufficient. The company has been criticized for many years. Boeing, known for producing commercial aircraft, with the jetliner 737 MAX series being a prominent example, has faced a series of accidents that have led to a significant decline in market perception and professional evaluations of this long-established aircraft manufacturer over the past few years. The most recent headline incident occurred on January 5 of this year when an Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 aircraft, departing from Portland International Airport, experienced a harrowing event. Shortly after takeoff, the emergency exit door on the aircraft, designed for urgent evacuation, suddenly detached and flew off, causing the plane to lose control and experience depressurization. Can you imagine the feelings of the 174 passengers and 6 crew members on board at that moment? A child seated near the exit had his clothing ripped off by the airflow, luckily having only minor injuries. The aircraft successfully made an emergency landing, with no casualties. The preliminary investigation results released by the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, on February 6 are truly astonishing. The committee stated that 4 critical bolts for securing the door plug were not installed and the aircraft involved in the incident left the factory. Boeing's fuselage is provided by Spirit AeroSystems, one of the world's largest aerospace structure manufacturers. The detached door was manufactured at Spirit AeroSystems facility in Malaysia, then transported back to Wichita, Kansas for assembly into the entire fuselage, before being sent to Boeing's Renton factory in Washington state. During the assembly at Boeing's factory, it was discovered that the door had 5 damaged rivets. Subsequently, Spirit AeroSystems personnel disassembled the door to replace the rivets and then reassembled it. However, the bolts used to secure the door hinges were not installed. 3 of these positions are circled in blue, and 1 is obscured by insulation material and cannot be seen. Can you see the place pointed to by the red arrow? That's the location where the fixed hinge bolts are supposed to be installed. Such a small mistake can lead to such a significant hazard. According to the preliminary investigation report, after this reassembling, the door has not been disassembled. It made its way smoothly out of the Boeing factory without any issues. Only after 2 months, the incidents happened. It's truly astonishing. It's fortunate that this time there were no major casualties. However, in the consecutive plane crash incidents involving Boeing in 2018 and 2019, more than 300 people lost their lives. Both of those incidents occurred with the Boeing 737 MAX 8 model. In October 2018, a Lion Air Boeing 737 crashed into the sea shortly after taking off from Jakarta, Indonesia, resulting in the tragic loss of all 189 people on board. Following that, in less than 6 months, in March 2019, an Ethiopian Airlines Boeing 737 crashed about 45 kilometers from the takeoff point near Addis Ababa, claiming the lives of all 157 people on board. The direct cause of these 2 air disasters was the Automatic Flight Control System, MCAS, causing the aircraft to pitch downward and crash. The underlying reason was that, at the time, the Boeing 737 MAX was marketed with a key feature: it supposedly required no additional training for pilots, saving airline significant costs. This selling point made the 737 MAX Boeing's best-selling aircraft. However, the MAX model indeed underwent significant software changes compared to the previous 737 series, introducing the Automatic Flight Control System. Boeing did not explicitly mention this in the aircraft's operating manual, and most pilots were unaware of it. When unexpected events occurred, pilots were not familiar with how to handle the system, leading to the tragic incidents in aviation history. It's important to note that Boeing was once synonymous with flying safety in the aviation industry and among pilots. There was a slogan that went, "If it's not Boeing, I'm not going." This slogan became so popular in the industry that Boeing could print it on coffee cups and t-shirts for sale. So, what exactly went wrong with Boeing? From a business management perspective, many attribute Boeing's current crisis to a long-term deviation in the strategic direction of the management, leading to the loss of the company's previously excellent core culture, and ending to subsequent problems. Here, we will refer to some analysis from Bill George, a senior fellow at Harvard Business School, to provide a high-level understanding. The roots of Boeing's issues can be traced back to two critical decisions made by former CEO Philip Condit, which significantly impacted Boeing's original corporate culture. The first decision was the acquisition of McDonnell Douglas, a major competitor, in 1997. McDonnell Douglas was a leader in the military aviation sector due to its fighter jets, posing a strong competitive challenge to Boeing in the commercial aviation domain. In contrast to Boeing's strong engineering culture, McDonnell Douglas was more focused on cost-cutting, emphasizing the upgrade of older aircraft models while neglecting the development of new ones. Looking back, McDonnell Douglas's culture directly influenced Boeing's subsequent strategic choices. The second decision was relocating the company's headquarters from its Boeing origins in Seattle to Chicago in 2001, in order to obtain state subsidies and tax breaks. This move directly resulted in a disconnect between the company's executives, and the decision-making related to engineering and product alienated the engineering team that remained in Seattle. In the afterward development, the successive leaders gradually shifted their focus from aircraft design quality and safety to short-term performance and shareholder returns. Former Boeing employees have provided feedback that the company's management relentlessly pursued cost-cutting measures at the expense of safety and quality. The current Boeing management is visibly in a challenging position. In the short term, they need to address the aftermath of the Alaska Airlines cabin door incident. In the long term, there is a need to tackle the deep-rooted issues in Boeing's management philosophy and consciousness, making it a formidable and enduring task. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.